All right, y'all, we are back with another video. And before we start, please put prayers for Donald Trump in the comment section. We must protect President Trump at all times. And to bring me to this video where it say ABC News viewership collapses after rigging debate for Kamala Harris. Obviously, we knew that's exactly what they did because they tried to fact check Donald Trump over 5 to 6 times and didn't do any follow-ups on Kamala Harris. And the American people seen this woman told 25 lies. 25 lies. And they didn't correct her once. They keep letting her run with this, trying to connect Donald Trump to Project 2025. He said he has nothing to do with that. But yet she keeps saying it. She bringing up Charlottesville. That already been debunked. Bringing up J6. Nancy Pelosi said it was her fault. They still trying to blame it on Donald Trump. It's just the continuous lies. And they didn't fact check this woman out one time. And now it get to the point where they said that the anchors will be getting fired. Do you think ABC going to fire them, Lindsay Davis and David Muir? We want to find out. Like I said, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. And like I said before, please put prayers for Donald Trump in the comment section, man. We got to protect President Trump at all times. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into it.
What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. It was the F aroundest of times, the find outingest of times. 2024 is the F around and find out year. So many people effing around. It's really impossible to keep a full list of them. And so many people finding out. And one of those people finding out is ABC News Tonight. Should have never actually gotten a debate. I got to tell you, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, we got to be smarter as Republicans, right? You got to dig your heels in and say, if you're Kamala Harris's sorority sister, okay, if you're her little yaya twin and you're running ABC News, then you don't get a debate, okay? Exactly. You get conflicted out. Conflict of interest. It happens in the court of law all the time. Oh, okay, the judge is sleeping with the lawyer or whatever. You know, it's conflict of interest. You can't try the case. And that is exactly what you saw. And we saw something interesting this weekend. We were driving down the road here in Tampa. And I look up and I see a billboard. And it is a billboard with David Muir's smug, dopey looking face on it. Advertising ABC News World News Tonight. I said, oh man, they must be in trouble. If they are buying advertising in Tampa, Florida, they must have some problems. And lo and behold, David Muir's ratings are dropping like a rock, like a meteorite from heaven. Drops 12% following ABC News debate scandal.
That's what they get.
The show has fallen off a cliff. Lost nearly 1 million viewers. Lost 1 million viewers. So 1 million people tuned out of ABC News Tonight. Good. Gracious. Good following the September debate between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, ABC News World Tonight anchor David Muir, who served as one of the moderators, has seen his viewership collapse. Fox News saying it averaged 6 million viewers instead of the normal 7.5. Well, I can't believe there's that many people still watching nightly news.
Exactly.
The Nielsen ratings are completely broken anyway, but doesn't matter. The numbers were twice that just a decade ago. So this is dinosaur media, dinosauring. Muir and Lindsay Davis were criticized for fact-checking Trump. They've since said that there was no plan to fact-check Kamala Harris. And that maybe the ABC affidavit is right. You know, the affidavit, it says that they gave Kamala the questions ahead of time and that they had promised Kamala Harris that there would be no mean questions to her. There would be no questions about certain topics she didn't want to have touched, and that they'd only fact check Trump. It was a rigged debate. Kamala Harris acted like it was a rigged debate the entire time.
She did.
Smug and sneering and smiling. Like it's the entire thing was clearly a setup. It was a crime scene. And everybody saw it. Look at that. You can see here. ABC News. This is these are the ratings. ABC News has collapsed in the ratings. And
they need to keep collapsing.
I guess hopefully following in the direction here, you can see NBC and CBS also collapsing in the ratings, negative 20%. Yikes. ABC David Muir sees newscast ratings decline after controversial debate performance. Oh, man. Now he's on to explain himself. David Muir. Oh, boy. Okay.
Bias.
So I want to remind you guys of how bad this was, because it is easy to just kind of just like forget these things, and there's so much happening. Donald Trump, another assassination attempt. Just a reminder that David Muir didn't just fact check Donald Trump. So he's getting attacked for fact checking Trump. He deserves that. Fact check Trump, by our count, 6 times.
Okay.
Most of the fact checks were fake.
Yep.
Not even real fact checks, because he was wrong. He's wrong on the FBI data. But there's one in particular that was egregious, where he tells Donald Trump whether he was being sarcastic or not.
Yeah,
this
is
what
crazy.
Passes for debate moderation these days. This is like a parent-teacher conference, and the teacher is like arguing semantics of like the 3rd grade. It is a despicable act. Look at this again. Here you go. You can't get worse than this. You just can't. Donald Trump tells a joke, and David Muir does a fact check on whether Trump was being sarcastic.
In the 2020 election, you repeatedly falsely claimed that you won, many times saying you won in a landslide. In the past couple of weeks leading up to this debate, you have said, quote, you lost by a whisker, that you, quote, didn't quite make it, that you came up a little bit short.
I said that?
Are you now acknowledging that you lost in 2020?
No, I don't acknowledge that at all.
But
I
you
said
did
that
say
sarcastically.
That.
You know that. It was said, oh, we lost by a whisker. That was said sarcastically.
So Donald Trump has every right to say, you know, I'm talking off the cuff. I'm making my own. I'm speaking for myself.
And then the party is, why is David Muir talking about 2020? So he would rather talk to Donald Trump about 2020 than ask Kamala Harris real questions, in which they didn't do any follow-up. She already knew the jig was in. She already knew Donald Trump was set up. That's the reason why she kept making all them faces, staring at Donald Trump, because she already knew her sorority sister right there. She knew David Muir wasn't going to fact check her. They were just going to let her get away with all those lies. So the whole plan was, let's make Donald Trump look bad. Let's fact check him in front of the American people. A million people are going to be watching. Let's fact check him, make him look like he's wrong, make him look like he don't know what he's talking about, and let's make Kamala Harris look good. That's what they whole plan. Now it just done backfired on them. Lindsey Davis already came out and said that she was mad CNN didn't help Joe Biden to that extent. So now she wanted to take that out on Donald Trump, which her and David Muir teamed up on Trump fact-checking her. And the problem is, when they was asking Kamala Harris answers, she didn't even give them, when they were giving her the question, she wouldn't even give them the right answers. She was just piggy-banking around it. She didn't even answer the question. Are we better off than we was 4 years ago? She went to talking about her upbringing and people lawn looking good in the yard. What does that have to do with are we better now than we was 4 years ago? And what did she do? In the next interview she had with somebody, she used the same answers she gave at the debate she gave up in the interview. This is just sickening. Everybody that interview Kamala Harris, they don't do any follow-ups. They let this woman spew all type of crap. Don't do any follow-ups at all. And that's exactly what ABC did. And they are being called out for it. People are calling for them to lose their license, which is at very high stake right now of them losing their license over trying to rig this debate by lying to the American people, trying to make Donald Trump look bad. And that's the reason why I say, you know what, Donald Trump shouldn't do another debate. But what the left going to do? Oh, Donald Trump is scared to debate Kamala. For what? She ain't going to come to Fox News. You know where she going to want to go? She going to want to go to MSNBC over there where they be talking about they hope Trump was eliminated. You think he finna go over there? And they got people over there talking about they wish he was eliminated and all of this crap. She gonna want to go to MSNBC or probably back to CNN. She gonna want to go to a leftist network that's not gonna fact check her or anything. Donald Trump said he probably would debate her, but she'll have to come to Fox. And Kamala Harris' campaign have not came out yet and said that they'll accept the Fox debate. Fox has sent, you know what I'm saying, paperwork to Trump and some paperwork to Kamala Harris. Why haven't Kamala Harris came out and said, you know what, I debate Donald Trump on Fox. Let's do it. She haven't came out and did it yet. She called for a debate right after that because she already knew that Donald Trump was set up by the moderators and the fix was in for her to look good. To me, she still lost that debate. Even though she had help, it was 3 versus 1. But she have yet to accept the Fox News debate. So I agree with Trump. I would not do another debate because all they're going to try to do is make him look bad, make him look like a liar, and team up on him again right before the election. And Donald Trump is not going to fall for that. And I don't blame him at all because I wouldn't do it. Only way I'd do it if she come to Fox, where it's going to be a Sean Hannity, Judge Janine, Jesse Waters, Greg Gutfield, somebody like that that's going to do follow-up. That ain't just finna let you just give word salad and all of that crap. No, they ain't going to let you do that if you come to Fox News. That's why she don't want to come over there.
I'm making my own commentary. And I'm being sarcastic. How are you possibly able to, and look at the way that Kamala Harris carries herself in this.
Yeah, because she already knew the fix was in. She knew it.
The camera positions. The camera positions looking up at Kamala is looking down at Trump. Any filmmaker will tell you there's the hero angle, right? And then there's the villain angle, the diminutive angle, looking down. The best part about this is David Muir's response to this is remarkable.
That's why they're allowing them to come into our country.
I did watch all of these pieces of video. I didn't detect the sarcasm, lost by a whisker. We didn't quite make it. And we should just point out here as clarification, and you know.
Shut the up, dude.
Yeah, that's the thing. He talking about he didn't quite get. What does what you call have to do with anything? You ain't debating Donald Trump. You're the moderator. You don't supposed to try to fact check him. Leave that to Kamala Harris. If she feel like he wronged, then that's what she's supposed to do. See, the fix was in for them to try to fact check Donald Trump and not her, because then that make the people feel like, oh, wow, they didn't fact check Kamala Harris. She must be right. Donald Trump must be telling a lie because they keep fact checking him. That's what they was trying to put on to the American people. But it backfired and everybody seen straight through it. So what does him worried about if Donald Trump was being sarcasm or not? Like, what does that have to do with anything? That's exactly what I'm talking about. This stuff right here just pisses you off.
Dude, what? I didn't detect your sarcasm. This is why we're all watching the debate, dumb bastard. What is that? I didn't to figure out whether David Muir can detect sarcasm. This is what we're all concerned about right now in the debate. So despicable. Here, David Muir trying to defend himself.
And we spent a lot of time, and I believe it was our duty to ask the issues that Americans care about. You know, the economy. Are we better off than we were 4 years ago?
She didn't give you an answer.
What are you going to do about the border? Why did you wait?
Just like David Muir, just like you just said, are we better off? Kamala Harris didn't give you an answer to that question. Y'all let her give y'all food salad talking about her upbringing, her mom, and people long looking good. You asked her that and you went straight to Trump. You didn't say, hold on, Kamala. You didn't answer the question. Let us ask you that again. Yes, you asked a few questions, but you went to talking about bringing up Donald Trump back in 2020. You talking about January 6th. You talking about all this old stuff that you're supposed to be talking about, some up-to-date stuff that people want to talk about. So the fix was in. Kamala Harris already told y'all that she didn't want y'all asking her questions about certain things, so because she didn't have an answer for it. So the fix was in. Her sorority sister was there. I mean, this dude is just a straight liar. Listen to this crap.
A lot of time, and I believe it was our duty to ask the issues that Americans care about. You know, the economy. Are we better off than we were 4 years ago? Immigration. What are you going to do about the border? Why did you wait so long before you acted at the border? Those types of questions. Reproductive rights. Afghanistan. Do you bear any responsibility? Peaceful transfer of power with the next election coming. You know, these are all really important issues. The issues of our time, really. And I always say as a moderator, you know, what the candidates decide to do with that time, you can ask the questions, but they'll answer with whatever they choose to answer with. That's right. And you have to be ready for whatever might come your way, even the most unexpected of moments. As you all know, you know what I'm talking about. Right. And I will say this. All of the noise that you hear afterward about, you know, which candidate won the debate, did the moderators win or lose, that's just noise. Yeah. You all know that. The most important thing to remember is that you all have the power. Everybody at home has the power.
Oh, okay.
Look at that crap.
Yes.
You see, what I don't like about stuff like that, with them hosting that show, why didn't they say, well, David, why did you fact check Donald Trump and not Kamala Harris? David, why didn't, when she gave you that word salad, why didn't y'all do a follow-up and make her answer the question? She didn't answer any question. Why did y'all fact check Trump and not her? Why don't it? See, that's the thing. These hosts, see, David Muir's not going to come to Fox News. He's not going to do an interview over there because Judge Janine them, they're going to ask him the real question. They're going to want answers. This is what they do. They go places where they ain't going to get any pushback, and they can spew this crap. This is just crazy, man.
So Golden Girls? Like, what?
This is crazy.
A nursing home? Okay, yeah, these are all the viewers of ABC News. These are the final viewers of ABC News. Fox roasting the ratings decline, the much deserved ratings decline, saying that David Muir's lying there. It was about David Muir. If it wasn't about David Muir, why'd you keep interrupting Trump? Why'd you keep fact-checking Trump? Why'd you fact-check his sarcasm, you jackass?
Glad that David Muir, towards the end of his interview, mentioned that it's the people, the American voters, the viewers who have the power. Because you know what they're doing right now? They're tuning out of his show. There's been a 12% drop in viewership for his show since the debate. And that's a little bit encouraging to me because it shows that American voters aren't stupid, that they actually expect more from the press. They expect the press to hold themselves to a higher standard than the one that ABC's moderators held them to. And this is actually one of the reasons after the debate, I think I was one of the only ones who thought that Trump won. And it was because he was debating 3 people at once, and also because the swing state voters from back home in my home state of Michigan and others, they didn't get what they wanted out of that debate. They did not get to know Kamala Harris. They didn't get straight answers from her, and she looked worse as a result.
That's it. Like, great point. It's played out in the polling. The bombshell claims of an ABC whistleblower, we've been covering this. There's a sworn affidavit right here that ABC, from somebody who's allegedly worked for ABC News for 10 years in various technical and administrative positions. This affidavit claims that Kamala Harris was able to ban certain topics. That it was agreed to, that Donald Trump would be the subject to fact check during the debate. Kamala Harris would not face comparable scrutiny. Widely known throughout the company that Donald Trump would be fact checked. In fact, various people were assigned to fact check observations that it was perceived candidate Trump would make during the debate. In fact, Harris' campaign required assurances that Trump would be fact-checked. This was done via multiple communications with the Harris campaign, whereas the Trump campaign was not included in these negotiations. To my understanding, any of the rules negotiated conversations pertaining to the debate have to have both Trump and Harris as part of it. Harris' campaign was provided with sample questions, while not the exact questions, covered similar topics that would appear.
And ABC needs to lose their license for that. Their license should be gone. I mean, come on. So they had these conversations with Kamala Harris and didn't include Donald Trump because they didn't want him to know. They knew Donald Trump would tell the entire world. They were like, where are they? They ain't going to fact check her, but they're going to fact check me. I'm seeing it. They knew that. So that's the reason why Kamala Harris, you see how sharp she was on her answers? Like when they was asking her stuff, you see how fast she was able to go ahead and say something? Because she already knew the debate questions. She already knew it. So she already prepared where her lines was going to be. So with that being said, she still lost the debate. It was 3 versus 1. Why don't y'all, like I said before, why don't y'all think she was so sharp? She was making these faces at Trump because she already knew the fix was in. She already knew that. So Donald Trump going into this don't know anything. He thinking that, I don't think Donald Trump knew it was going to be fair. He probably thought it was going to be a little biased, but they showed the entire time it was blatantly biased. No fact checks on her. They was letting her lie. Talking about Project 2025. They could have stepped in and said, hey, the president, Biden said he has nothing to do with Project 2025, VP Harris. Didn't do anything. Let her spew all these lies on Donald Trump, and they said absolutely nothing. You know why? Because they wanted the American people to believe it. They wanted the American people to see that these moderators are fact-checking Trump, pretty much trying to make him look bad, make him try to see out to be a liar, and make Kamala Harris look good to see if that was going to help her votes. And it still didn't even help her. This is wild.
In the debate. So Kamala Harris getting the debate. This is what the affidavit alleges. Kamala Harris got the debate questions in advance, got assurances that Donald Trump would be the only one fact check. I mean, this is what happened.
Yep.
Right?
Exactly what happened.
Harris' campaign received particular accommodations, including but not limited to providing that the podium significantly smaller than Donald Trump. Assurances regarding split-screen television views that would favorably impact Kamala Harris's appearance relative to Donald Trump. We've talked about that. ABC News has responded saying that Kamala didn't get the questions in advance.
That's a lie.
This wasn't the claim. The claim was that she got the topics of the debate. And when you ask people, like, what did Kamala Harris sound like during the debate? And when you ask someone who is honest, What they all say is that she sounded like an actress reciting lines, because we all know how Kamala Harris talks. So she's just reciting the lines.
Yep.
USA Today had to fact check whether David Muir and Lindsay Davis were fired. Hopefully this fact check turns out to be false one day. They deserve it. And hopefully the American people continue to tune out of this programming. That's actually the easiest way to get them fired, right? Make their brand so toxic that no one can watch them.
Exactly. Salute to Benny for dropping this. As y'all can see, David Muir is mad. His viewership done collapsed. He's pissed off. Now he's trying to make it seem like he wasn't biased against Trump. It just, come on, man. We all seen it. We all was watching it. We seen exactly what was happening. We seen all these lies this woman was telling, and y'all just let her spew it without any pushback. That's why she felt so confident the entire time. Why you think the left was going crazy? Oh, Kamala won. She dog walked Trump. It was elder abuse. What? 3 against 1? And not one of them people came out and said the moderators was attacking Trump and not her. None of them said it. But if Kamala Harris would have went on Fox News and Sean Hannity and Judge Janine, just let's say if they was the moderators, and they was fact-checking Kamala Harris, but they never fact-checked Donald Trump, never got any pushback, that's what they'll be running with. Oh, man, they teamed up on her. They teamed up on Kamala Harris. That's what they'll be saying. They hate Trump so much that they just willing to just look over the stuff. So like I said, y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.